name is Shelby Madrid with Kimley Horn, Site Civil Engineer for Quick Trip Corporation, and we'd like to introduce to you today the store number 4254, located at 675 Kipling Street in Lakewood, Colorado. We'll give you a quick history of Quick Trip so you understand who you're working with and who is partnering with you in the community. At a glance, Quick Trip was founded in 1958 and throughout the years has opened over 900 stores and employs over 24,000 people and operates over 900 stores today. As you can see through the years, there's been a lot of change through the offerings provided and how they serve the community. Quick Trip's purpose is to provide an opportunity for employees to grow and succeed. If you're not taking care of your customers, you better be taking care of the people who are. And luckily for us, the folks at Quick Trip do take care of their customers very well. A few facts about Quick Trip. We've been on Fortune 100 list of best companies to work for 15 years. They're named one of the top 100 privately held companies. Each store creates an average of 20 new jobs per location. In its history, Quick Trip has never laid off a single employee, which is an incredible statement for a company to be able to say. The average store manager's salary is $80,000 per year, and assistant manager starts at $45,000. Keep in mind, these are averages, and they will change depending on the market, but it just gives you an idea of how well Quick Trip compensates their partners and employees. Quick Trip also contributes 5% of its profits to charitable organizations in the community and is a national safe place location for endangered youth or anyone in trouble who's looking for a safe place to go when they may not have one. Quick Trip does take a lot of time and money to invest in its community in which the folks that work at the stores live. They want to be integrated into the community and serve it in more ways than just being a convenience store. They pride themselves on their store security and leave nothing to chance. Each store has multiple alarm points and digital video surveillance monitored 24/7 from a centralized high-tech security operations center. This means every inch of the property is covered in security and is readily accounted for and also very well lit. Quick Trip does take a high amount of pride in how secure and safe their store and properties are. You're also known for fresh food made to go and grab to order. Pizzas, pretzels, sandwiches, donuts, you name it, it's there and it's delicious. Now I'll introduce you a little to Quick Trip. We'll get into the current project now so you can understand what we would like to develop and partner with the community on. The site location is the northwest corner of Kipling Street and West 6th Avenue frontage. The existing lot is vacant and is looking to be developed into the Quick Trip convenience store with a detached fuel canopy. The proposed site is shown on the screen. I know it's a little small, bear with me. Central to the site is the Quick Trip convenience store with the entry facing to the north there, and the detached fuel canopy along the north edge as well, along with the underground fuel tanks where the trucks will be fueling. To the left of the screen will be a proposed plaza open space with a little bit of a walking path, some seating areas, things like that to create that outdoor space for the site. And to the right of the screen, adjacent to Kipling, you'll see an on-site proposed private water quality and detention pond to treat all site stormwater runoff before it releases from the property. The site will have a full access movement from 6th Avenue frontage road on the south side of the screen there, and we'll have a right-in, right-out access movement along Kipling Street. We'll also be proposing a center meeting within Kipling to further encourage that right-in, right-out movement so that we're not creating a dangerous traffic situation for the site. The site does meet landscaping, site stormwater, and building material requirements as laid out in the city requirements. And we'll dive into that a little bit here to go over our SUP and supplemental standards that are required for the site based on the zoning. So this is a special use, and as such, we are required to be consistent with the applicable supplemental standards on Article 4 of the zoning ordinance. The proposed fueling station will meet all of the design site requirements in 17763B. The canopy has been provided to shield the fueling islands and fueling operations from precipitation, and the proposed fueling station may not be located within 1,000 feet of another fueling station unless traffic conditions such as the raised median prevent the clear and simple access to a station on the opposite side of the road. So in this case, like I mentioned earlier, we have added that center median in order to preclude access to across the street. Thus, we are allowed to have the fueling station at this location due to the traffic conditions. Per Article 5 in the zoning ordinance, the building setback requirements are as follows. A minimum of 15 feet from Kipling and West 6th Avenue, and no structure shall be located within 5 feet of a private property line. As you saw on the previous slide, the building and canopy are more central to the site, meeting both of those requirements. Per Article 7, the building and canopy shall be consistent with the applicable design standards. The fuel canopy and store do meet the transparency requirements, materials, and colors, all designed in collaboration in reference to Article 7, and will be further adapted as required based on city comments of this application. The proposed special use is consistent with the comprehensive plans and other adopted city plans, inclusive of improvements along the right-of-way, such as the existing bus stop, addition of detached sidewalks, and landscape areas along the public right-of-way. The proposed special use will not substantially impair the appropriate use or development of an adjacent property. For example, the proposed development is consistent with appropriate uses for the site of a commercial zoning and is not anticipated to negatively impact the adjacent properties. As you saw, we're matching grade and not impacting anything along the property lines, and no portion of the site lies within a MAP floodplain. The on-site fuel tanks will be double walled there and have a state-of-the-art leak detection systems. These systems enable Quick Trip to safely install, maintain, and consistently monitor the underground storage tanks to mitigate spills and negative impacts to the surrounding environment or surrounding properties. Additionally, like I mentioned earlier, the on-site stormwater treatment is provided via a surface pond, which will treat and attenuate stormwater runoff generated by the site, thus mitigating negative impacts to adjacent properties due to the added impervious area of the site. As I mentioned earlier, the building and canopy standards will be consistent with all the articles outlined in the code. As you can see, we've used a multitude of different materials, transparency, windows, etc., on the building in order to meet those standards, and we'll further adapt those as needed. The canopy elevations do match and mirror that building elevation with those wrapped brick canopy columns, as shown on the slide. The building interior, we always like to show this. It just gives you an idea of how clean and nice it is inside the store, with all those different food elements, our slushies, the coffee, and just gives you a good feel for what it's like inside the store in addition to outside the site. Quick Trip is more than a gas station. They care a lot about their employees, their partners, and their community, and we look forward to being part of the community here in Lakewood. Please reach out if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, and we look forward to working with you.